On March 31, 2026, two CEOs shared a stage in wartime Kiev and laid out a problem that has been building since Russia started launching Shaheds at Ukraine. According to United 24 Media's confirmed reporting, Terra drone CEO Toru Tokushige put it directly. A Shahed drone may cost around $30,000 to $40,000, while a missile can cost $1 million to $2 million. But interceptor drones can cost as little as $2,000 to $3,000. This changes everything. Japan's Terra Drone Corporation has become the first Japanese company ever to invest in Ukraine's defense sector, partnering with Ukrainian firm Amazing Drones to scale up production of the Terra A1 interceptor. According to Kyiv Independent's confirmed interview with Tokushige, the Iran war specifically shifted Japan's perspective. Many people abroad did not fully grasp this reality until they watched the recent events in the Middle East unfold, watching millions of dollars in Patriot missiles being used to intercept drones that cost tens of thousands. Tokushige traveled to wartime Ukraine 8 times to build this partnership. Russia's drone campaign is not primarily about hitting targets. It is about bankrupting Ukraine's air defense inventory. According to competitor reporting, Russia launched 948 drones in a single day between March 23rd and 24th, averaging over 200 per day throughout March 2026, over 6,000 launches in 1 month. If Ukraine intercepts everyone with a PAC-3 at $4 to $6 million per shot, March alone would cost tens of billions in interceptors Ukraine does not have. The math was deliberately designed to be unsustainable. Russia has been evolving the threat. Decoy drones called Gerber, carrying no warhead, launch alongside real Shaheds to waste interceptors on harmless targets. The jet-powered Jaran 3 variant now reaches approximately 600 kilometers per hour, making older intercept methods less effective. The strategy is clear. Exhaust Ukraine's missile stockpiles, then push ground forces. That is the specific plan the Terra A1 is designed to disrupt. According to Terra Drone's confirmed press release via SUAS News, the Terra A1 reaches 300 kilometers per hour, exceeding the Shahed 136's typical 200 kilometers per hour cruise speed. It covers 32 kilometers with a 15-minute flight time, handling the full process from target detection to neutralization in one mission. The electric propulsion system gives it low noise and minimal heat signature, allowing it to approach targets without triggering the thermal sensors that Shahed-type drones would activate. The unit cost is $2,000 to $3,000 according to Militarny. One worker assembles approximately 2 per day. The first production batch is 1,000 units, all for delivery to Ukrainian armed forces, a total outlay of roughly $3 million. For comparison, 2 PAC-3 interceptors cost more than that. The Terra A1 does not replace Patriot. It handles the intercept volume that Patriot cannot afford to cover. According to Kyiv Independent, Japan's 2026 defense budget is its biggest ever at 9.04 trillion yen, approximately $60 billion, driven by threats from China, North Korea, and Russia on Japan's own borders. Tokushige grew concerned about the dangers on Japan's doorstep, with the realization that one-way attack drones could reach Japan from neighboring Russia, China, or North Korea, per Kyiv Independent. He initially failed to convince Japanese investors of the interceptor drone market until the Iran war demonstrated the math in real time. The partnership is through Terra Drone's subsidiary Terra Inspectioneering, estimated at approximately $10 million, according to Pravda Japan. The main challenge, per Tokushige directly, export restrictions. Ukraine is still ambiguous about when or if it will relax weapons exports, even as Ukrainian specialists are already helping Gulf countries intercept Iranian drones. Tokushige is also in early discussions with Japan's own defense ministry about the Terra A1 for Japanese self-defense forces, which would make this Ukraine's first drone export to a Pacific ally. Amazing Drones is based in Kharkiv, 30 miles from the Russian border and under consistent air attack. According to competitor reporting citing Tokushige, the solution is dispersal. If a traditional factory were built, it could become a direct target. Keeping production facilities secret and dispersed drastically reduces the risk. Small workshops employing 5 to 10 people, networked across locations, each producing 2 drones per worker per day. This is what a drone production line looks like in a war zone. The next generation goal is full autonomy. According to Militarny, Amazing Drones is working on implementing automatic launch, the drone's independent approach to the target, and direct neutralization of the target. CEO Maxim Klimenko. What is very important for us: automatic launch, targeting, and accordingly neutralization. The reason is scale. Russia sends 200+ drones per night. 1 human operator per intercept is operationally impossible. An autonomous network that launches on detection and executes the engagement without intervention is the only solution that works at that volume. While Japan and Ukraine were announcing their interceptor partnership in Kyiv, a British system was already active at the front. According to Militarny's confirmed March 27th reporting, RapidRanger short-range air defense systems were confirmed in operational use in Ukraine, observed during a visit by Defense Minister Fedorov and Lithuania's Defense Minister Kaunas to mobile air defense positions. According to Army recognition, this is a Thales UK system mounted on a Spanish URO VAMTAC vehicle, carrying 4 ready-to-fire missiles, either Starstreak II or lightweight multi-role missiles, with a detection range exceeding 15 kilometers and engagement range over 7 kilometers. The operationally critical feature is the guidance, laser beam riding. According to Army recognition, this makes RapidRanger completely immune to heat decoys and highly resistant to electronic jamming, because a laser beam cannot be jammed the way GPS or infrared seekers can. For Ukraine operating in a dense electronic warfare environment, that reliability matters more than the range numbers. The LMM missile itself carries a 3-kilogram warhead at Mach 1.5 with a 6-kilometer ground launch range. According to Defense Blog, 5,000 LMMs are included in a £1.7 billion UK package with a technology transfer agreement for local production of both missiles and RapidRanger components in Ukraine. Russia's attack doctrine uses multiple altitude bands simultaneously: ballistic missiles high, cruise missiles mid-range, and Shahed-type drones flying at 50 to 150 meters in the low-altitude terrain masking band where many systems are least effective. The multi-layer system being assembled closes each band. At high altitude, Patriot and NASAMS, expensive but necessary for ballistic threats. At medium altitude, Iris-T. At low altitude, RapidRanger with laser-guided LMMs. Below that, Terra A1 interceptor drones at $2,000 to $3,000 per engagement. The cost logic of each layer is now favorable. A Patriot intercept costs $4 to $6 million, justified for a ballistic missile. A RapidRanger LMM intercept costs a fraction of that, justified for a cruise missile or helicopter. A Terra A1 intercept costs $2,500, justified for a $35,000 Shahed. For the first time, Ukraine has a cost-appropriate intercept option at every altitude in the threat envelope. Russia can still launch, but the exchange rate has shifted significantly in Ukraine's favor. Here is the detail that connects everything. According to Militarny's confirmed reporting, Patriot interceptor Patriot. Ukrainian specialists deployed in Middle Eastern countries have already used interceptor drones to take down several Iranian-made Shahed attack drones. Ukraine's interceptor technology, built specifically to counter Iranian-designed drones that Russia has been launching at Ukrainian cities, is now intercepting those exact drones in the Persian Gulf. The chain is complete. Iran provides Shahed design to Russia. Russia launches Shahed variants against Ukraine for 4 years. Ukraine develops interceptors at $2,000 to $3,000 per engagement. Ukraine deploys those interceptors in the Gulf. Japan watches the performance, invests in the Ukrainian company, and enters talks with its own defense ministry. Every link is sourced and confirmed. The Terra A1 is not a prototype built for an imagined threat. It is the product of 4 years of daily intercept operations against the exact drone design it was built to counter. Russia's 2026 spring offensive plan was built on a specific assumption that a $35,000 Shahed would always be far cheaper than the defense against it. At a 30-to-1 cost advantage for the attacker, the defender eventually runs out of expensive missiles. The Terra A1, at $2,000 to $3,000, inverts that ratio entirely. Ukraine now spends roughly 1/14 of what Russia spends per drone engagement. According to United 24 Media, Tokushige stated directly, "These small interceptors with a unit cost of around $2,000 to $3,000 can intercept and destroy a $50,000 Shahed in midair." The math clearly favors Ukraine. The RapidRanger adds the same cost logic at the mid-tier. A mobile, laser-guided, a jam-resistant system that can be repositioned in hours creates a defense that Russia's electronic warfare cannot simply turn off. Combined with Patriot at the top, the architecture that has been assembled in the past month covers every altitude band at an economically sustainable cost ratio for the first time in this conflict. Russia can still launch. The question is whether it can sustain the exchange. Japan's involvement is the geopolitical validation. A Pacific power facing its own one-way attack drone threats from 3 directions has invested real money in a Ukrainian startup and is in talks to bring that technology to its own military. That is not a charity investment. It is a strategic calculation about where defense technology is heading, away from multi-million-dollar systems and toward distributed, affordable, mass-producible drones that a single worker can assemble in a Kharkiv workshop in one afternoon. Let me know what you think in the comments. See you on the next one.